too loud. Yo, what's up guys, Haziq Productions here. Alhamdulillah, I'm finally back with making videos. Sorry it's been a while since I've been making videos because as you may have guessed what, I'm a student. So yeah, expect me to deal with assignments and a ton of other things that you might have been as a student before this, and it might be a hard time to focus on making videos, and so expect me to not upload videos super frequently. So yeah, but alhamdulillah, Allah has still given me an opportunity to once again come back into making videos for you guys. Anyways, for today's video, I think I want to talk about an incident that happened to me like a couple weeks back, I guess, like last month. It was almost little distressing, which was related to my phone. And as you might guess what, my phone was almost lost. Let me just kind of go through this incident real quick. So what actually happened was, I was like doing my business in the toilet, and in that toilet there happened to be like some space, a free space where you can put your bags and stuff. And apparently that's where I actually happened to leave my phone there, and it was Asr at the time. So I was like preparing to gear up for Asr, and so while I was like gearing up for Asr, like in general, I suddenly realized that I was checking my pockets, and I realized I lost my phone. I looked at my pockets, I looked at my bag, I realized my phone is not in either of these things. My panic started to build up, and what happened was I kind of scoured through the recent locations I was at, like the toilet, and then I suddenly realized that the phone was no longer there. So I was stressed out, I was so distressed, and was just kind of worried that I cannot contact anybody. However, alhamdulillah, my brother still happens to have his extra phone. It's a small phone, however, but still usable still. That's when the need to use the backup phone came, and it was night time, and so the procedures of terminating the SIM card in my lost phone was done and stuff like that. Then it was tomorrow, the day after. I was having like a tutorial session of a certain module. My friend happened to notice about my lost phone. He noticed that I was using a different phone. And then my friend remembered about my phone incident that happened to me, and there was a post of it in a confession group, and my friend happened to be in that group. He remembered about that post, and that made me so relieved. So then I quickly go through the number of posts that the confessions group posted, and then I stumbled across this post. My phone being carried by someone else. I guess it was a student, and the post said, and the post highlighted that my phone was being returned to the lost and found. And so I went to the lost and found, and alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, I got my phone back. Otherwise I would not be seeing this phone again. Anyways, this was just a summary of what happened earlier. Let me just go through some of the lessons that I've learned while my phone was lost. Number one, first things first, very obvious lesson that I learned is do not ever place your phone outside yourself. You know, it can be a table, it can be a chair, because the thing that you may be afraid happening is that you can be preoccupied with things. Like in my case, I was busy with my business in the toilet, which I of course don't want to mention, but I'm sure you know what I meant. In the case of like maybe you're doing an assignment or something in the library, you don't ever place your phone on the table. Seriously, maybe it's a small thing, but it can be very dangerous. One is that people may snatch your phone. And number two is exactly what actually happened to me. Once you started leaving a place, like in my case, it's a toilet, you would lose your phone. Like you may not be aware that you may have left your phone at that place. So really, to prevent that from happening, of course, you want to keep your phone in a pocket or keep your phone in a bag, etc. Something that you carry along with. You want to keep your phone inside. But let's say that didn't happen. Like in my case, that did not happen and my phone was somehow left. Do not panic. Simple as that. Do not panic, and try to think on the bright side of things. And just think optimistically of the aftermath that could have happened to your phone. And don't think of the various what ifs, such as what if my phone was somehow stolen? Or maybe what if my phone was somehow noticed by a cleaner and was just thrown into a rubbish bin or something. Don't inject your mind with these what ifs. Just think on the positive side of things. Like, hey, maybe my phone could have been taken by a caring student, a thoughtful student. Or hey, maybe my phone could have been brought back to lost and found, etc. Just think these things. Many of us may have given up from this incident and tries his or her best to buy a new phone. Just don't do that just yet. Don't give up just yet. Just remember, there's still hope, and it's not the end of everything. The next lesson that I've learned was that since alhamdulillah I managed to realize about my phone that was lost like just minutes since I left the toilet, I learned to just quickly take action to this particular phone that was lost. So that's another lesson that I've learned. That is, you try to like immediately react to the situation once you realized. In other words, you quickly scoured through the place that still sticked in your mind as to where you lost your phone. You quickly scout through the location, and in my case, for some reason, I have that strong feeling it was in the toilet, but then that thing was gone. Which actually leads me to the next lesson. Get yourself something to track with, something to track your device. But I didn't download like an app, a tracker app or something. But alhamdulillah, Google actually happened to track my device. Like this phone was like logged in using my Google accounts. So for some reason, Google involuntarily managed to track my phone. So I tried to use that tracking service that Google has to offer. So you probably want something to track. Maybe that might not be a case on, maybe let's say you don't have the tracking app. Alhamdulillah, I happen to actually store this thing called IMEI. It's actually a bunch of numbers, I believe, and it's followed by a barcode or something. It has like a barcode and a bunch of numbers, which the police can actually help track your device. Okay guys, so there's actually students come in this lecture or something's about to begin shortly in this lecture hall. So I think I'll meet you guys when I've managed to find another lecture hall to continue this talk. So yeah, I'll catch you guys shortly. Alright, I found a lecture hall. Awesome. So like I said earlier, IMEI, or I believe it's International Mobile Equipment Identity, correct me if I'm wrong. This marvy little thing is super important, because from what I understood is this system that will allow maybe the police or maybe the network providers or something like that to help track your device or something. What I understood like that is. Or maybe it could help the mobile network or network providers or maybe police, I don't know, to help blacklist your lost phone. Don't quote me on that because I have limited knowledge on this, so do research on the internet to find out this IMEI thing. But still, it is super handy for, I don't know, various reasons. So just get yourself ready with the IMEI to prepare yourself for that kind of incident. Then the next lesson that I've learned from this entire incident is do not sullen your phone, especially when you're outdoors. Or if you're not outdoors, maybe at areas where there are a lot of people. Not to mention in university, not to mention in your own workplace. Do not actually sullen your phone unless you are told to. Why is there no focus on my face? Anyways, so like I said, do not have your phone silent at times when it's not necessary. Maybe let's say if you have found your way to a public telephone or something like that, or maybe you try to borrow from your friend's phone and you try to call your phone number. So maybe let's say you managed to call your phone, people around the phone that was lost is able to detect it. It's much more noticeable, your phone. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much it that I can share to you guys into this video. I really hope you've learned something new, and I really hope the incident that I talked about in the beginning of this video will hopefully not happen to you guys in the future, inshallah. It will be a very bad idea if you lose it, so do consider the lessons that I've shared to you guys and try to implement it so that hopefully you will not ever lose your phone. And to that kind soul who managed to find my phone, I really and sincerely thank you to the bottom of my heart for retrieving my phone back, and you really saved my life for managing to find my phone back. Really hope this video benefits you and me myself, inshallah. And if you do, don't forget to smash the like button and as well as subscribe to my channel for more videos as beneficial as this, inshallah. Thank you so much for tuning into this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out and stay positive.